Most smart irrigation controllers are just glorified timers with a slapped-on Wi-Fi chip. However, with ImoLaza's Ultra, which is ImoLaza's top-of-the-line smart sprinkler controller, they're actually claiming to be something different. We're talking about Wi-Fi, hyper-local weather logic, and an app UI that makes sense. In this video, we're going to do a full tech deep dive from wiring and setup, app performance, and features. Now let's see if this is going to be the smartest thing in the yard or just another gadget. Right after this. I want to start off by giving a big shout out to ImoLaza for sending this unit out to me, as it's truly, truly, truly appreciated. Let's jump right into it and get this bad boy unboxed. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and also share this content, as it truly helps my channel. Here's a note, some label stickers for the wiring, manual, installation diagram, and then a mounting template. Last but not least, the ImoLaza Ultra. Keep in mind, this can be installed outdoors and indoors. It is nice that this lock is included, so that way if it is installed outside or even inside, you can avoid strangers or even kids from tampering with this, since you can lock it. So that's definitely a plus. Go ahead and open it from here. I placed this here just to block out the serial number, but this is how the unit looks once you open it up. You have the manual controls here. Get a little closer. Buttons that are pushable. LEDs here. You have a reset button there, and it's pretty straightforward. Start, pause, stop. Then you can use these buttons here to select the zone that you want. You have the power plug, and the other end, which is wiring. Key to lock the box. Some wiring caps. And then you have install anchors as well with screws. A couple twist ties. And then the wiring that would tie into the power plug. Here are the different zones that you will place the wiring and then tighten those screws in, so that way it's connected and installed. And with that stated, let's go to the unit that we're going to replace. Here's my old unit. The first thing I need to do is turn the power off to it, just for safety cautions. And then after doing so, take a picture of the wiring configuration. That way I'll know which wire goes to what zone. And I'm able to label it with wire labels based off this configuration here. So it's very important to capture a snapshot of the wiring here. That way you can apply the wiring labels accordingly. Not only that, just in case you need to refer back to the old configuration, you will have this to reference. After taking a picture, we'll go ahead and remove the old one so that we can easily label the wiring. If you have wires coming out of the wall, you will need to make sure this hole is removed. Get closer so you can see it. You will need to make sure this hole is removed so that way you can fish the wires through that hole to figure out on this mounting template where exactly that hole would be. It's probably around here. So you need to make a hole here if your wires are coming through the wall. That way you can have the wires come through it and have this level and mark your drill holes properly. But I'm not going to need this since I have the PVC pipe. There's already a hole cut out for it, as you can see here. I'm going to place this here and go through the process of fishing the wires through. These wires are too short, so I will need extensions. The wires will not reach any of these terminals. But since I already have this on the wall, I'll go ahead and mark my drill holes, get this out the way. I'm in the Home Depot to use the filament to extend the wires. Now I'm going to go ahead and make my drill holes. I will also need to fish these wires through this hole over here. Then I will use these to connect the ends of those wires to the end of those, matching the colors. Now I'm going to go ahead and install the zone wires. Now I have everything installed. The last thing I'm going to do for the power plug wires is put the zip tie on there, so that way it can't be yanked and cause any issues there. It will hold it in place. There you have it. That takes care of the install. Let's give it power and let's see if everything works out. And look at that. We have light. That flashing light that you see in there is showing that it is ready to be synced with the app. So I'm going to go ahead and download and install the app on my phone so we can get that going. The app that you're going to install is called the ImoLaza app. And then you're going to go ahead and register. Once you input your details for creating the account, you can ignore the part where it states I am a professional user unless you are a professional user, and just check off I agree to terms of use. After you confirm in your email, you should get this here, and it shows that the account is now activated. And once you sign in, you should see the screen here to add the controller. Go ahead and tap the button. You can read the details there, and then tap next. You're going to allow, and it's going through the process. I forgot to mention, make sure you're on the network that you want the controller to be connected to. Once you do that, you can go through the process of adding it. Go ahead and give the permissions. Allow that, and then allow as well. All right, so once you go through that process, you should see the device pop up. Just tap it to add it. You're going to input your 2.4 gigahertz network details. Tap here and it should bring up a list of Wi-Fi network. Then you select your own and put the password. Once you see your device name, go ahead and tap confirm. And as you can see, it was added successfully. And I have a solid blue light. Now you go through the process of adding your address. That way it can have accurate readings of your local weather. Tap next again, and then input your address. After you input your address and go through that process, you're now going to set up your zones. Tap next. And I only have 3 zones. I will be able to disable zone 4 through 8. I just need 3 zones there. So I'm going to go ahead and disable those now. Tap over here, disable, 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 and disable. Start with the first zone. Let's just go in order. It says test zone. Test it for 1 minute. Test is successful. Now that zone 1 test is successful, hit next here. You can also take a picture of your zone 1 if you want and upload it here. I'm going to leave it. Tap next. What plants you're watering. I have warm season. Tap next. Information here regarding sprinkler types. Tap next. And the type of soil. And then lots of sun, shade. So all my plants have lots of sun. Go ahead and tap next. Slope type. Mine is slight. Tap next. On the screen, you will have to get an estimate of your zone square footage and then input it here. And on the screen, I would just leave the defaults and tap confirm. Then for schedule, you could tap here. And if you want to create a schedule, just tap add schedule. And you can tap next. I will leave the default, but you definitely have the option to change to the other 2 options if you like. Tap next, and then you can select your zones, and then tap next. Here you're able to adjust the amount of time each zone will be watered. And then you would tap next. I'm going to leave it on smart cycle and soap, but you do have the other options if you want to. Tap next. I'm going to leave it on the recommended. Tap next. And then you can have it on specific days, or you have the different options of what days you want to water. Choose specific days is what I'm going with. And let's see here. After you choose your days, hit next. And then be it that it's March 23rd. You probably don't need to start watering until March 30th. So I can adjust that to March 30th. Tap OK. And then end date, probably can go with October, let's just say October 30th. Tap OK, and then tap next. And I'm going to leave the recommended run schedule here, but you have the other options. It's already selected. Tap next, then give it a name. And then tap confirm, and then tap finish. And here you have your schedule. Now, next is zones, in which you should already have your zone set up. But if you need to make an adjustment, I say you need to edit something there, you can always hit edit and then make your adjustments. And then here you have quick run as well. So you can now go to setting, and that's pretty much it. You are able to connect the ImoLaza Ultra to your Google Assistant or Alexa. So you're able to control it or operate it using your voice. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Also, if you're interested in grabbing one for yourself, use the link in the description section of this video, as it truly does help out my channel. Please do not forget to subscribe, share, and also like this video. And I'll catch you in the next one.